Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with a little update on the downfall of Def Noodles. I had some updated thoughts and also wanted to touch on his epic roast battle. This is a really common point of discussion among him and his presence on the internet as of the past couple of days, so I wanted to drop my thoughts. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I'm sure if you're clicking on this video, you are following along somewhat with the downfall of Def Noodles. And I don't throw around that term lightly in this situation. This is actually something that I don't think we see super often on YouTube. There are, of course, YouTubers that get called into question and they have to apologize and there's some drama involved. But as far as someone literally going out of their way to demolish their career, is something I don't think we are going to see very often on YouTube. Typically, someone either leaves the internet for a while and issues an apology, or they go on like nothing happened. But for what's happening with Def Noodles is very unique. So I'm intrigued. I know a lot of y'all are as well. He's been teasing this comedy roast battle. It was supposed to be the biggest thing. He built a comedy club and it was just going to be like the event to attend, sold out show, so on and so forth. It was so hyped up. And as being your own boss, totally understand the idea of hyping yourself up, make yourself marketable. You work really hard for what you are providing to people. Be your own hype man. I'm here for it all day long. But in this situation, he hyped it up and it was a massive, massive letdown. If I paid a penny to get into the show, I would be pissed off and I would have felt like I wasted hours of my life. And maybe that's an unpopular opinion. For me, I've spent time in improv clubs and other stand-up venues, and I know what to expect. I know what the scene should look like, and I know kind of how the evening should go. And the way that he was hyping it up, you would have thought that it was going to be something along the same lines of what you usually see when you go to a stand-up, show. The problem with Def Noodles is that not only is his new stand-up club not the brick and mortar stand-up club that most people were probably thinking of, which is totally fine. We all have to start somewhere. But again, if you're going to be your own hype man, at least deliver the crowd what you are hyping up and make it worth their while. Instead, these people who bought tickets to his roast battle went to an establishment that to me sort of looks like a retro conference room in a really old hotel or motel that hasn't been updated since 1992. And they just put some props and stuff and build walls just to make it look semi up to date. But it's not an environment that you would want to spend the evening in. And again, that's just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with it. But I just didn't feel like it was a welcoming environment. And then on top of it, once you get into the actual roast, there were technical difficulties, which I totally understand. But again, I will go back to, if you're this comedian and you're this genius behind this roast battle, why didn't you hire someone to handle the tech side for you? Maybe 2 or 3 people. Because if you're streaming, you're trying to make sure all of your equipment works. You're trying to make sure there are no technical difficulties and this thing can go off without hitch because you were hyping it up for so long. People paid to be here. So that could have been something that he could have hired help for instead of being a know-it-all, and had people there to handle the tech and make sure that things were streaming and equipment was on and projectors were working and content was uploaded that he wanted to show on the screen. You guys know what I mean? Like, that could have been something very easily hired out. And instead, we got Def Noodles standing on a stage, crickets the entire time. From the get-go, the crowd, based on their reactions, were not super thrilled to be there, and I don't blame them. You walk into this awkward room instead of a comedy club, which he said it was a comedy club. You walk into this room that's not very welcoming, and the freaking host of the entire battle doesn't even know how to use his own tech. Now, one of the big takeaways from this is that he actually got banned on Twitch because of this roast battle, and that is because there was a slur that was being used during one of the parts of the roast battle, and it got Def Noodles banned on Twitch. So aside from it being unfunny and having offensive language laced throughout the entire show and very cringy on top of it, he also got banned on Twitch. So I would say that this is a massive disaster. And I went to check the likes to dislikes, and right now it has 623 likes to 5.5 thousand dislikes. And a lot of the comments are, how is it even possible for one single person to fail this profoundly hard? Did you piss off a witch or something? Were there snacks or at least alcohol provided for the audience? I'm sitting at home watching this at 9:50 in the morning, and I am considering drinking. A roast isn't literally just people insulting each other. No one is prepared. How is this possible? Most people have the same opinion, that this was just an utter disaster. And that girl had a really good point. I don't think that he even had anything for the audience. So you literally go there, bring your own bottle of water because you're going to be parched by the time you're, not laughing through this entire shit show. And it was supposed to be, again, this hyped up event, once in a lifetime, sold out tickets. And to me, it looked like there were maybe 15 people in the audience. I'm sure that I could sell out something with 15 tickets. I mean, if I did a meet and greet with my dog, I could probably sell out 500 tickets, because dogs are better than people, always just a friendly reminder. But this whole thing is just tragic to witness. My biggest takeaway from this is this could have been a moment, and it's already way too late in my opinion for this to happen and it be accepted. But this could have been a moment where Dennis came to his audience and said, look, I've done some reflecting. I understand why I'm receiving criticism. I understand why y'all are upset with me. And I'm going to show you guys growth and change and show you guys that y'all gave me my platform and you can also take it away. So instead of continuing to nosedive and double down and refuse to be wrong, I'm going to actually show you guys change and growth. And this is not who I am. I am not a menace. I am not Dennis the Menace. I am not, here to call people peas and tag the FBI. And I am not here to be extremely toxic with other creators who are delivering criticism towards me. That could have been his moment, but instead he is such a know-it-all, but he's also very bothered by the criticism that he's receiving. And he also has zero self-awareness, in my opinion. So when you combine all of those, you get this big mess of the downfall of Def Noodles. And I was going to react to some of his roasts, but it's just so unfunny. There's really nothing to say. It's unfunny, it's cringeworthy, and parts of it, in my opinion, were insulting. And I've watched many roasts before, and that was not a roast. So I'm going to use the title roast because that's what he called it. But if you are someone who knows stand-up comedy and you've watched a fair amount of roasts, you will watch that and realize very quickly that's not a roast. Now, 11 hours ago, he uploaded my apology to Moist Critical for First Super Roast Battles. And this is another content creator who delivered some criticism towards Def Noodles and just said that his roast battle was not funny. Very simple. And again, instead of ignoring it, since he is so unbothered by everybody, even though he's the most bothered, unbothered person that I've seen in a long time, aside from probably Jeffree Star, and even Jeffree Star doesn't come close to this. But if you're so unbothered, you continue to release statements and, not take criticism and not stay quiet and not show any change. You double down, and the video that he put out has 25,000 views, 778 likes to 3.2 thousand dislikes. People are not here for this BS. It's very clear to me. Aside from this also being him doubling down and, not admitting that, hey, I swung and I missed, and I'm going to show you guys better next time I put something together. I'm going to hire tech. I'm going to have a better venue set up, even if it's at the same place. Offer snacks, offer beverages, something, for the love of God. Instead of just taking the L and moving on, he made this video, which was completely cringe, again telling everyone else that he was right and everyone else is wrong about him. And he announced that he's going to do another roast battle. On September 2nd, he's going to be putting up tickets here soon, and he's going to do another. My prediction is that it's going to be another absolute just circus. And I don't mean that in the entertaining way. I mean that in a way where it's going to be uploaded and get an extreme amount of dislikes again, because 2 weeks is not long enough for him to make things right and get his ducks in a row and actually put on a show to tell people, look, bare minimum, I can put on this event and it not be an absolute clusterfuck. But most of the comments under here, it's just saying that he has self-pity, insecurity, he's a hypocrite, he's a victim, people don't understand anything. I've never seen anyone struggle this much with taking criticism. Everything he does is painful to watch, and I love it. You're making too much of a big deal from a critique. People are allowed to react to your content negatively. You don't have to respond to every single one. Just keep doing your thing. He's incapable of just doing his own thing. He is in the trenches now, and I think that this has become a weird obsession for him, almost seeking out people who have opposing opinions. He shared one tweet in a video, a couple videos back. The tweet had 2 likes. So it's not like it was even a tweet that went viral and it was something that he grabbed and reacted to it. So it's almost like he's seeking these things out. And for a little while, I was thinking maybe something is going on. I hope that he's okay. I hope that he unplugs and gets the help that he needs. He has said that he is fine. He's saying that he has his friends and family around and he's doing just fine. He doesn't need any help or anything along the lines. So if we're going to go off that and all of this is just purely intentional and made to upset people, then I hope that he's okay with losing his career over this. And I hope that he's okay with never being able to make a return to the place where he once was. He criticized other people for a living on YouTube and made a lot of money off of doing so. And he's incapable of listening to or just ignoring the criticism that doesn't really matter. But a lot of it are his real fans. We've had that conversation before. These are people that feel let down and confused. And those people are kicked to the curb, and you are not there to fuck with him, as he likes to repeat over and over again. So roast battle, a complete circus, nosedive. This video that he put out today, again, he's the victim. Everyone's out to dogpile on Def Noodles, and his career is in shambles. I think that this is tragic to witness, but nevertheless, here we are. So I'm going to continue to follow it. I'm not going to do a ton of videos, but maybe every few days, depending on what happens, I'll pop in with another update so we can talk about it. But It's insulting to all the people that put him in the place where he is. And I hate to see when YouTubers do this, and I'm going to share my opinion. So either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.